I did some late night shopping on Amazon and I bought this. So we're going to use it for our December TBR. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, and anyone who's new, hi, hello. It is time for us to do our December TBR. That's why I'm bringing this in, okay? I did some late night shopping on Amazon one night and I came across this and well, I had to buy it. So now I'm making use of it and we're actually going to have this advent calendar pick our December TBR. And by our, I mean mine. But I thought that this was a really fun idea. I actually have seen a few booktube girlies do this, so this is not my idea. I just thought it would be really fun, really festive, do something really Christmassy, and I thought it would be a fun time. So how I'm doing it is, I have filled all 24 of these boxes with a book. A book on my TBR, a Christmas book. I have probably 80% Christmas books in here and then 20% normal books because for December, I want to read mostly Christmas books. I love a Christmas Hallmark movie and I feel like if you can channel those inner vibes in a book, then you have me sold. And I need all the vibes for Christmas because, well, it only happens once a year, right? So we need to make the most out of December. So I filled all of these boxes and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick, I think, 10 books for my TBR for December. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 to 24 in a random number generator and then I'm going to pick 10 numbers and then those will be our 10 books on our TBR for this month. Now, I'm really excited. I think this will be so much fun and I'm really excited to see what the advent calendar chooses. Like, I think that this is such a fun, cute idea and well, we're doing it together, okay? So let me get my phone and we'll start number generating to pick our first book on our TBR. I am nervous. A lot of these books I don't actually own, and you guys know that I love to make my TBR my physical TBR, and this month is going to be a little bit different, so there's going to be a lot of Kindle Unlimited or Kindle picks on here, which is fine because I feel like in December you don't need to buy all of the Christmas books. Maybe you do. And maybe if I pick them out on my TBR, I might buy them and then I can read them physically. Alrighty, let's get into it. I feel like I should be playing Christmas music while I do this. Oh well. I've got my random number generator up and the minimum is 1, the maximum is 24, and the first number that we have is 12. Okay, so number 12, this is really nerve-wracking. I hope you guys know this. I'm very scared. Okay, so number 12, I can't even get this little box out. Hold on. Number 12 is Training the Heart by Paisley Hope. Okay, Training the Heart by Paisley Hope. Now, I really loved the first book in this series, which was Holding the Reins. I really loved it and it was one of my all-time favorite small town romance books that I think I've read this year. So I'm really excited to read this one. I feel like I needed an excuse to read it and the advent calendar gave me that excuse. Now, it's going to be really awkward if I only pick the boxes that have non-Christmas books because this is a Christmas TBR, okay? So this is a non-Christmas book, but you know what? I'm really excited to read it and I wanted to read it before the end of the year. It is in my 10 before the end, so I am really excited to have an excuse to read this one. And I feel like it'll be a really good, like, in-between Christmas books book because sometimes we can't just read Christmas books over and over again, okay? I know you want to and I want to too, but we've got to be a little bit different. So this is a escape to the Wild West with a sizzling cowboy romance that will leave you breathless. Wade Ashby is a closed book with the weight of the family business on his shoulders and his ongoing battle to escape a failed marriage. He only has time for one thing: looking after his ranch. Life has dealt Ivy Spencer some tough blows, so when the opportunity to work on the Silver Pines Ranch presents itself, she grabs it by the horns. Nothing will stand in the way of her dream of training a racehorse en route to the Kentucky Derby. Wade might be determined to keep his heart under lock and key, but Ivy's constant presence soon ignites a passion he thought he'd lost long ago. And once she starts tearing down his walls, there's no going back. Because the only way he'll open up his heart again is if it stays that way forever. That sounds so good. I can't even really tell like what the tropes are. The only trope I can tell is like workplace and a little bit of like obviously small town cowboy, but like that's all I'm getting so far. So I really wonder what the tropes are, but I'm really excited to read this one and I'm excited to continue on with the series. So this is our first book on our November TBR. Thank you to the advent calendar. Time for book number 2. Now I'm going to leave the box open just so that I know that I've already done that, and I'm hoping that the number generator is not going to mess with us, okay? So the next one we've got is 3. So we've got number 3. So number 3 is, I'm really hoping it's a Christmas book because we need Christmas books. These boxes are so small. Okay. Stay there, Mr. Advent Calendar. Alrighty. Christmas at Fox Ridge by Bailey Hannah. Now, I don't have this book, but I've seen a lot of people reviewing it and loving it, and a lot of people really want to read it. So let's pull it up on Amazon. So this is a small town, I believe. I believe this is a small town romance. It is it's only 191 pages. I actually quite like that. I like when Christmas books are probably under 300 pages, because what do you have to really do in over 300 pages of a Christmas book? That's all I have to say. So, settle in with a cup of hot cocoa for this spicy small town Christmas novella from Bailey Hannah. I think it's Ira Davis thought a bar napkin sketch of her best friend's handsome brother was harmless fun until he caught her in the act. One steamy night later, Lucas McKinney was supposed to be nothing more than a fun memory. Fast forward 6 months and Lucas is desperate to save his struggling ranch. Renting out the spare cabin on his property seems like the perfect solution, until his first guest turns out to be Ira. The woman he hasn't stopped thinking about, a true believer in fate, Lucas can't shake the feeling that the universe has delivered her to his doorstep with a big, shiny blow. A literal blow? Anyways, as sparks fly and the Christmas lights twinkle, they have to figure out if this holiday surprise is just a festive fling or the real deal worth unwrapping for good. Okay, Bailey Hannah. Let's see if this is good. I'm really excited because you guys know I love small town romances, and I feel like Christmas books are essentially small town romances, and then when you add the ranch aspect to it, like, you cannot go wrong. Like, surely you can't go wrong with that. So I'm really, really excited to read that one. I have read one of Bailey Hannah's books before, and that was Alive and Wells, and I didn't love it. If I'm being honest, I didn't love the book, but I've heard that the second book in that series is really good. So I might try and read that one maybe next year, continue on with the series. And if I like this Christmas book, then maybe that'll give me the push to like continue her books and not like write her off just because I didn't like one book. Like, I'm not the type of person just to write off an author because one book didn't hit for me, because I know a lot of people love that book and I'm just really interested. Now I really want to read this one. So I'm very excited about that. Time for book number 3. Are we ready for book number 3? Book number 3. Okay. 1. We got 1. What is behind the first door? Now, I don't know why, but the first one doesn't have a little handle. So we're doing what we can, okay? Okay, so book number 1 is No Harm, No Foul by Hannah Cowan. Okay, let me get this up on Amazon. Now, I do love Hannah Cowan. Like, I think that she writes some really, really good books. So, this is a novella. It is a Christmas novella. It's 141 pages, which is actually very good. I feel like that's very manageable. It is a small town Christmas novella from best-selling author. I have never spent too much time thinking about my future. I've always lived in the moment, dealing with the Dealing with the highs and lows as they come, well up until I moved to Snowbell Ridge. I wanted to start fresh after a relationship gone bad. My new job was perfect, but I wasn't expecting it to lead me to a familiar face. And I sure didn't think I'd wind up pregnant. Is that a spoiler? I don't think so. 3 weeks later. Most surprising part of all though, my baby daddy just so happens to be my ex-boyfriend's dad. Miss Hannah Cowan. And now that he's had me once, he's determined to have me forever. Okay. All right, Miss Hannah. So that is No Harm, No Foul. No Harm, No Foul. Yes, I got it right. I was like, did I get it right? So it is ex-boyfriend's dad, accidental pregnancy. I'm assuming there's an age gap there as well, because I mean, that's the only reason that works out. Okay. So that is our third book on our TBR, and I actually want to read that right now. Like, I want to read that right now because that sounds delicious. Now, if we get heaps of novellas, I might do 11 books instead of 10, but we'll see how we go. We've only picked 3 so far, so we've got some that will make up for it. Book number 4. Book number 4. 10. 10 is the box we are looking in. Look in box 10. Alrighty, what's in here? I feel like I'm just gonna wreck this entire thing before I even finish this video. Okay. Box number 10 is The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese. Leese, I think that's how you say it. I also don't have this book. I don't have a lot of these Christmas books because I feel like if I had them all, I wouldn't read them, and then I'd end up taking them to next year, and then that's more TBR. That's more physical TBR than we need. Okay, let's look it up on Amazon. Okay, this is a really cute cover. This is a really cute cover. I'll pop it up here for you guys. So it is 194 pages, so also kind of a novella. From the author of the Bergman Brothers series comes a slow burn, enemies to lovers, holiday romance, perfect for fans of The Hating Game and You've Got Mail. I've not read either of those, but that's okay. He loathes the holidays, she loves them, she's full of festive cheer, she's brimming with bar humbugs. Besides unreasonably seasonable names, the only thing Jonathan Frost and Gabriella de Natal have in common is a healthy dose of mutual contempt. Well, that in the same place of employment at the city's most beloved independent bookstore, Bailey's Bookshop. But when the store's owners confess its dire financial state, Jonathan and Gabby discover another unfortunate commonality, the imminent threat of unemployment. I shouldn't be reading these. With the Bailey's request to minimize expenses, win new customers and make record sales dancing in their heads, Jonathan and Gabby conclude, barring a financial Christmas miracle, one of them will soon be cut from the payroll. Neither are willing to step down from their position, so they strike a bargain. Whoever has more sales in December gets to stay on in the new year. The loser will resign with a lifetime's worth of festive tricks up her sleeve. Gabby should easily outsell her nemesis, except the unreadable Mr. Frost's every move seems purely designed to throw her off her game. As if it wasn't bad enough, Gabby's deceptive ex won't quit pursuing her, and her anonymous online friend suggests they take a break. Worst of all, as the pressure amounts to save the bookshop and her job, Gabby meets a new tender side of Jonathan. Is this the same man she's called her cold-hearted enemy? Maybe he's got a motive she just can't figure out, or maybe Jonathan Frost isn't as chilly as she once thought. Why am I reading these? Like, I feel like I continue to mess these up anyways. You guys will just have to deal with it. Maybe Jonathan and Gabby already know and love each other in ways they never thought possible. Okay, I already have an idea of how this book is going to go. Like, I already think I know what's going to happen, and I'm probably wrong. But I am excited to read it, and I feel like this is a really cute little, like, Christmas book that's also can be perceived as not a Christmas book. Like, I feel like just because it's set in the Christmas time, that it's not necessarily going to be, like, a very, like, down your throat Christmas book, which I like. So that is our 4th book on our TBR. So far we only have 1 of my physical books, but you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with it, because the fun thing about December is reading all of these fun, cute Christmas books, and I will never be mad about that. Book 5. So we're halfway through. You guys are doing so well. I'm so proud of you guys. So we have number 14. I feel like the bottom bit is just not getting a lot of love, but that's okay. The Google generator will do what the Google generator wants. Okay, number 14, we have Promise Me Not by Megan Brandy. Now this is on my bookshelf. One moment, please. Okay. Promise Me Not by Megan Brandy. This is on my 10 before the end, and I still haven't read it. So this is a perfect one to be in my TBR for this month, because I need to read it before the end of the year, and I'm really excited to read it. And it's also not that long. Like, it's not that long. So I'm very excited to read this one. All I know is it is a college romance, and you've got a starting quarterback I'm assuming football. I'm assuming football. Football romance, college romance, and this is the second book in her Say You Swear series. So I don't know anything else about it, but I'm very excited to read it and to get this one done. I'm really excited to go back into that world because I loved Say You Swear so much, and I feel like I'm really gonna like this one. It has been a really long time since I've read Say You Swear, so I wonder if I'm gonna like pick up on the characters and pick up on some of the characters from the last book. I'm really interested. So I am going to read this one in the month of December. Finally, we have 2 normal books and 3 Christmas books. Not normal books. I mean, we have 2 books that are on my physical TBR and 3 Christmas books. That's pretty good. Book number 6. I feel like I should sing for all of these. You probably would hate that, wouldn't you guys? I'm going to stop doing it. I'll stop singing. Maybe, we'll see. Okay, our next one is, are we ready? Number 18. Okay, I feel like we're getting some more love down the bottom, which is exciting. Number 18. I'm gonna have to close box number 12 to get to number 18. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm also not. Okay, stay. We have A Festive Feud by Maren Moore. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so freaking excited for this one. So, A Festive Feud is the second book in her Strawberry Hollow series. I read the first book last Christmas and I absolutely loved it. The first book is called The Mistletoe Bet. So I really enjoyed it, and I thought that this was such a good, cute Christmas book. It's a tiny little novella, and it was just honestly like such good vibes. I read it in one sitting and I loved the Christmas vibes in it, and it was very spicy too. It was very spicy. So A Festive Feud is the second book. It is 224 pages, which is, I think, a decent size novella. Like, I think that's a good size. It is, let me read the overview for you guys. My family is famous for 2 things in our small town: our annual Christmas party and our feud with the Pierce family. Our families hate each other. It's a tale as old as St. Nick himself. So imagine what happens when a harmless little argument with Jackson Pierce ends us both behind bars for the night. Okay. As if that wasn't bad enough, the punishment for our crime, the only Christmas party we're allowed to have is one together at Town Hall. But it gets worse. That means that I'll be forced to spend time with Jackson and his enormous ego while we plan this party and somehow keep our families from strangling each other with tinsel this holiday season. It doesn't help that he is annoyingly attractive and goes out of his way to push my buttons. With his old dirty work boots and his stupid veiny forearms, he works his way into my perfectly organized life and leaves everything in disarray. Will we actually be able to survive this festive feud, or will we end up back where we started? It is and then it says down the bottom, it's packed full of spice and all the Christmas feelings to put you in the spirit this year, and it is a standalone in the series. Oh my god, I'm so excited to read that. That sounds really good, and I do love family rivals, and it's small town. See, I told you. Most Christmas books are small town. And if you want to argue with me, go ahead, please. If there's any Christmas books that you've read that aren't small town, please let me know. I mean, I would prefer to read the small town ones, but I feel like we need to have all of the Christmas recs in the comments, other than the ones that I'm picking out, of course. I feel like we just need to flood the comments with all different Christmas books that you've read so that everyone can get a really good idea of fun Christmas books. Okay, so that was book number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. Yeah, book number 6. So let's pick number 7. A few more. We have 3 more books to choose. And number 8. Number 8. Okay. What is behind door number 8? I feel like my advent calendar is gonna fall. We have How the Grump Saved Christmas. Yes, I have this one. One second. The Grump Saved Christmas. I have this on my 10 before the end, actually, and I was really excited to read this year. So I'm very happy that it was picked. So let me tell you a little bit about it. I actually have no idea what it's about, so I'm excited to like bring you guys in on this, tell you what it's about. So we have hardworking Isabel Cook has a serious problem. Her family farm site of Tillicum's Christmas village is in trouble. Big trouble. And worst of all, the man trying to buy it is none other than the grumpiest, grinchiest man of them all, Elias. That's a big nope. She's not letting him get involved, not with his heart made of coal. Elias is in the business of making money, not friends, especially when his boss is promising a long-awaited promotion. All he has to do is convince one struggling family to sell their farm. The problem? It's Cook family farm, and Isabel Cook is his ex. Oh my god, the ties, the strings be stringing. He might have history with Isabel, but this is just business. A Christmas-loving farm girl is not going to come between him and his ambition. And Christmas, he hates it. Christmas Village needs to go. There's an author's note also down the bottom. A sassy farm girl takes on a grumpy businessman in this cozy, small town Christmas romance. Saucy banter, a guard donkey, plenty of holiday cheer, and a heartwarming happily ever after that will make you believe in the magic of Christmas. That sounds so good. And also this cover is so freaking cute. I think that it is one of the cutest Christmas covers that I've ever seen. And this is a decently sized book. I think let me tell you how many pages it is. Okay, 360 pages. So that's not too bad. I feel like that's a good book, but you guys know how I feel about long Christmas books, but I feel like this is a good size. And I'm just obsessed with the cover. So I'm really happy that this was picked because I wanted to read it before the end of the year because it was left over on my TBR from last year. I think I actually got this on Christmas last year from one of my family members. So I'm really excited to read it this year because I think we need some fun Christmas vibes. And it's small town grump. We love a small town grump. But I am really interested in the in the story in that book. I don't think I've read that very often, especially not like a businessman ex who's come to convince her to sell her farm. So that is really interesting and I'm really intrigued by that. And I think it's on Kindle Unlimited as well, so that makes it even better. Okay, we're up to book 8. So what is book 8 going to be? Let's find out. Okay, the number generator says, so we've got number 15. Have we done 15? No, we haven't. Perfect. So number 15 is A Merry Little Meet Cute. I have this one as well. My advent calendar fell. Okay, so I actually have A Merry Little Meet Cute, and this one is by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I bought this one last year. I feel like everyone wanted to read these at some point last year and they bought them, and I was one of those people, and then I never read them. So this one is a holiday rom-com. So this one is a holiday rom-com. It follows B. Hobbs, who takes the lead in a squeaky clean romantic Christmas movie. There are only 3 rules. Don't get involved with anyone on set. Don't tell anyone what you do for a living. Definitely don't get involved with anyone on set. Seriously. Now she's filming in Christmas Notch, a small town with Christmas trees and festive tunes all year round. But Bee's got a secret identity to hide, and it's not family friendly, and her co-star Nolan Shaw, an ex-boy band member infamous for his own X-rated antics, not only knows it, but is secretly her biggest fan. Oh my god. When things start to heat up on set, Bee and Nolan must keep this steamy affair under wraps or risk ruining everything. Okay, this is the cover. It is really, really cute. I think this is such a cute book. So I'm really excited for this one. It says on the front, Tessa Bailey said, Christmas in the sexiest way possible, ... charming. Okay, I'm really excited. I feel like there is a new book in this series that's just come out this year, but obviously I want to read them in order, and I believe this is the first one. So this will be really good to add to my Christmas TBR. I feel like we have the best Christmas TBR here. Just saying. Not being biased or anything, but I feel like this is one of the best Christmas TBRs because there are some very good books on here. Alrighty, so number 9. We have number 13. We haven't done that one yet. Okay. Number 13 is... Hold on. Number 13 is... The Christmas List by Maren Moore. This is the 3rd book in the series. This one just came out too. Let me get it up. This is the last book, or the most recent book in the series. It's 142 pages, which is excellent. And it is a second chance single dad holiday novella full of Christmas sugar and spice. Yes, this is what we need. We need Christmas single dads. I love Christmas so much so that my small town, why can't I read today? I love Christmas so much so that in my small town, I'm known as the Queen of Christmas, and no one knows holiday festivities quite like Strawberry Hollow. Only this Christmas season delivers an unexpected twist in the form of Wyatt Owens, the handsome single father of my new student, who just so happens to be my first love. The one who broke my heart all those years ago. I haven't seen Wyatt since he left our hometown behind, but a piece of my heart has always been his. And all those old feelings come rushing back the moment we see each other again. Now, only now, the boy I once loved is a charming, delicious, and intoxicating man. One I'm not sure I can resist, especially when neither of us can deny his daughter Lucy's holiday wish for the three of us to compete together as a team in Strawberry Hollow's annual Christmas list tradition. At first, he's determined to win every festive challenge on the list. The more things we check off, the more it seems like he wants to win me instead. Stop. Soon, things are heating up between us, and suddenly I find myself at risk of falling for my ex. But I'm not sure I could survive the heartbreak of losing him again. Is this just a holiday fling, or is this the second chance I've always secretly hoped for? Stop. This sounds so good. I feel like Maren Moore writes really, really good Christmas books, so I'm really excited to read this one. So that is book number 9. I hope you guys are getting some good Christmas book ideas, because I feel like I have like the superior book TBR for December. Like seriously, I think that I have the best one. So our last book is going to be in number 15. We've already opened that one. Let's do it again. 16. Have we opened this one? I don't think we have. Okay, number 16. Alrighty. It is Fumbled Love by S. Jones. Now this is a Christmas book as well. Okay, Fumbled Love is the first book in the Atlanta Arrows series. It is 278 pages, and it is, let's read the synopsis. When I stormed out of the airport after throwing a temper tantrum, I never expected to cross paths with him again. All I wanted to do was put the night behind me and enjoy a strong martini. The last thing I expected was for him to waltz into the bar and offer me a night I couldn't refuse. I had every opportunity to tell him who I was. Instead, I lied and followed my heart. Okay, that was a lie too. It was pure lust and maybe a little revenge that had me following him out the door. Now we're flying back and forth between Atlanta and New York, and the more time we spend together, the harder I fall, until news of our relationships gets blasted all over the internet. I guess it's true what they say, you can't believe anything you read online, or can you? I'm not sure anymore. Now I'm wondering if I should have left my heart on the sidelines where it belonged, instead of trusting him to keep it safe, especially since the news of our relationship isn't the only thing about to be exposed. Okay, I feel like that synopsis doesn't really give us much. Like there's not much Christmas in there. Maybe it's more of like a set at Christmas and it's not like a plot point in the book, but I'm really, really interested. And I feel like I saw this one, it was either on Amazon or it was on TikTok, because I think someone recommended it, and I feel like it was a sports romance. So maybe that's the thing we're not really getting in the synopsis, but I'm really excited to read that one, because I feel like it'll be really, really interesting. And maybe if it's not too Christmas heavy, then it will be enjoyable, because I feel like I've got a lot of Christmas heavy, Christmas being the plot point books here. So I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun. I feel like we're going to have a really good Christmas TBR, and also I'm going to try and do a reading vlog of just reading Christmas books for you guys, so that you guys can see if any of these books are worth your time or not, because I feel like the problem with Christmas books is there are so many and you don't really know where to start, and you don't want to spend time reading one that's not amazing. So I'm going to try and read all of these for you guys and give you my thoughts, and maybe even at the end of the month I can sort of wrap them up and then you can put them on your TBR for next year. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for hanging out with me and my advent calendar. I feel like this was such a fun way to pick my TBR this month, and it was like cute and festive, and there is nothing wrong with making a TBR pick cute and festive. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also if there's other Christmas books that you have read that you have loved, please pop them in the comments below, because I might finish all of these and then I might need some more Christmas recommendations from you guys. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you all so much. Bye.